I know some people don't do contour. They're like, heck no, that's weird. Can't do that. But if you are doing contour, let's make sure that you are doing it the best option to lift your face and not actually like draw down your face. You're supposed to be lifting it. That's the whole purpose. It's like a bra for your face. It's lifting. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting my highlight in places that I won't have my contour as like a base. Now, if I didn't have as much redness, I could just do my contour first and then fill in elsewhere with my highlight color. But I like to cover my redness up for the most part first. It really just all depends. So I used to do this when I first started contouring. I've seen tons of beauty bloggers doing this, and I'm like, or like Instagram influencers when they do their makeup, and I'm just like, stop. What I do when I watch stuff on Instagram, I'm like, let me help you. Like I'm some expert. Whatever. But I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna take this brush right here. I'm gonna take this big fluffy end, and I'm gonna actually I have 2 bronzers. So first of all, let's do the difference between contour and bronzer. Contour is going to create shadow, so it's gonna be more of an ashy tone. Bronzer is gonna give you warmth, so you're gonna have that warm tone. Some bronzers have some shimmer to it. That's not to contour with. Like, that is just no, don't do it. Because I used to do it, okay? Just don't. But I'm gonna use bronzer to prove this point. So I have my fluffy side. I'm gonna use my Cayman bronzer. Get some on my brush. And then I'm just gonna put a little up here. Not doing nothing. Okay, so that's fine. You know, putting bronzer right there, totally fine. And hair going everywhere. This is the part that is not going to define your face. So I see a lot of times they get their brush and they're just like, you know, just kind of doing this. Big old brush and bronzer, okay? So, I'm not saying that looks bad. Not saying at all that looks bad, but I'm going to show you the difference. So, brush like this, and I'll take their bronzer or their contour, whichever they choose. I haven't used this brush in like forever, so. And they just kind of go over here. And it's not really like defining anything. And you're putting a lot of warmth on your nose, and you really don't want too much of that on there. So that's that side, right? I'm gonna take a brush like this that has very distinct lines, straight line here, or a smaller end like this. And I'm gonna take a more ashy color like this. It's way less like warm. And I'm going to look for where, like you can already see like that natural shadow right there. A lot of people go like right below that. You don't want to do that. You want to go like find where your cheekbone is. I had to think of that word. And then go like right above that. So I'm gonna get some product just on that bottom portion. So remember, right above that, I'm gonna start right at the back of my hairline and then just draw that line. I mean, you can already kind of see the difference just by doing that. And I'm just gonna kind of blend it up. You do not blend it underneath that line. And this is also, I did a post today in my beauty group asking if they liked using a brush or a sponge. And I go back and forth. Normally I blend my contour out with my brush just because I feel like I have a little more control. Hold on, I can't see. And I'm blending that up. Okay, so can you see the difference? Like this side, because it's more of an ashy color, it really just looks more like a shadow. This side, it just looks like a warm blob. And it'll all kind of come together once I get everything else on. But then I put this up here to create more of that shadow and blend it up in my hairline, and blend it down. So the top is not that as noticeable. I can definitely see it in person. That's why I hate how the camera doesn't do justice. And then as far as my nose, I could use either the flat edge and just set it where I want it and then take it away. I could use the smaller end. I'm gonna use the small side just to show you. I mean, look how much more control you have whenever you use a different brush. So there's that. I'm gonna have to even myself out after all this, but then I just use the other side to kind of just blur that out a little bit. And then I'm gonna put a little under here, give myself a little full lip going on. So let me add some blush also. Another little tip on blush. I know we're talking about contour, but while we're here, also if you're on, and I wanna know if you contour currently in your makeup routine. I'm gonna use this pink color so you can see better. But what I used to do with my blush is smile, and I'd put it right here. And then just kind of take it back. I got way too much, but I'm kind of showing. So I put it right there. But what you want to do, I don't even have to smile. I go right above where I had that contour, and I don't go any further over than the outside of my eye. Now you see how that still gives you some color, but it's not the main focal point of your face. So over here, it's like, bam, hey, you got blush on. I thought I heard Hayden coming out. Let me blend that. Okay, so that just made me look like I'm like flushed, like I just worked out, or I'm normally trying to cover that redness, but if I put it over here and kind of blend it in to where that contour is. I also like to use my sponge just to blur out any edges. Now look at the difference. Which side do you think lifts my face and makes it look more contoured? Yes, you can see my sunspot. But guess what? Oh well. I'm not one that I have to cover every little thing. So if you haven't tried linen and you have this makeup, you should definitely do it, because even if you have darker skin, like just popping a little bit right there in the corner will really make a difference. It's a good one to have. Okay. Just gonna blend that out. So I'm just using this nude color for my lips because I'm gonna take a picture to kind of show you the difference. But what do you think? Did you learn something about contour? Please give me some hearts and thumbs up and share and tag your friends and all the things, because you know, it's a tough world out there, guys. And I want to be able to teach someone else something that they may not have known. Okay, I'm out of here. Have a good night.